Welcome to the 2019 Battle of the Border. We're in Hudson, New Hampshire, where we have Alvirne High School right across the street from us. This is going to be the girls' varsity race. This is New Hampshire CrossCountry.com, powered by Runner's Alley. This year's Meet Hub is brought to you by Tim's Truck Capital. So this year's Battle of the Border is going to be a little bit interesting. We've got a few different guest commentators today. First one I want to bring in is actually not from the Granite State. We've got Coach H. You might recognize him, New Hampshire, from some of his work indoor New England. He commentated on that, and he does a lot of commentary for Bay State Running. So Coach H, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for the opportunity. Shout out to everyone in the 603. How you guys doing today? And we're looking forward to it. We have a lot of great races in front of us today. Right now we're going to focus on the girls.
Yeah, so let's take a look at some of our top individual girls for today. Co-Brown's Addison Cox this is going to be her second race of the season. Her first was Black Bear, so she's still coming to form. We'll see if she can improve from there. Last week we saw McKenna Whelan have a really strong race at Black Bear as well. Expecting some big things from her as well. On the other side of the border,
representing Massachusetts, we have a trio out of Marshfield. The Marshfield Rams are running really, really well, fresh off of their Frank Kelly win. The top three, Sophia Lavolo, Olivia Langen, and Ruth Penny, look like to lead the Rams in a well-contested meet today. As well as we have Needham, Elena Oberly out of the Bay State Conference. Shout out to Coach Van Clark. Needham is a highly contested team, and they should be looking to run very well today. And last but not least, we have members from the MVC conference. We have North Andover representing, and we have Layla Katernick and Abby Mastromano. I may have butchered that. Shout out to Abby, but yes, like you said, this is starting to grow back in Massachusetts. A lot of teams looking forward to this. We appreciate New Hampshire allowing us to compete here. The Battle of the Border, a lot of mixture of talent, like you mentioned earlier. Addison Cox, sister to Aiden Cox.
Yep, we'll see him in the varsity race for the boys.
Cole Brown is running really, really well as of recent. We also have a coach that I met today, the lovely coach out of Londonderry, New Hampshire, Coach
Amy Sanborn. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
So, Amy, talk to us a little bit about some of the girls' top teams, at least on the New Hampshire side of things.
It seems like a lot of the top teams from the ones that are ranked aren't here today, so we have a couple of them, though. We obviously have Cole Brown. We have Pinkerton that was ranked high really early season, but they sort of dropped off the ranking. So I'm expecting that as the season goes along, they get stronger and stronger. So don't ever rule out Pinkerton. So they're here, and if they run well here, I can see them going back onto the top 10 rankings. And that's, I think, for the most part, those are the biggest ones I've seen.
Yeah, I know. Alvirne's here. They typically do pretty well on their home course.
Yeah.
I don't know if Salem's here or not. They had a good race here last year. And then on the Massachusetts side of things, we do have some ranked teams as the girls are off.
The girls are off, and we are looking for positioning. Just like the coach had mentioned, cannot count out Coach Clark. Pinkerton will be competing. But as we see up front, this is what we want to see. Sophia Lavolo leading the charge. Marshfield sitting right there. Tynesboro right there. North Andover. And we are off.
Megan Cross and Pinkerton out fast.
All right, we're going to go check in with Davio now.
Sure. CrossCountry.com, BayStateRunning.com collaboration. And this is what we expect up front. We have Cole Brown fighting. Marshfield in position, North Andover, but up front, looks like Marshfield girls are in position. There's some Needham girls.
Definitely Massachusetts teams up towards the front in the position to win right now, but we're only about 600 meters in, so.
Early in the race, but the Rams look real well. North Andover up front. We saw the Cole Brown girls positioning themselves. Mount Alvirne, they're in their own home course. Those girls looking to position themselves.
Pinkerton up front. So we'll see what happens. Once again, only 600 meters in, so we'll catch you once they're about halfway through their first woods loop and see how things have changed.
All right, we can see our lead gator and our leader as well. It does look like Pinkerton is out in front.
Megan Cross looking really strong.
We've got Addison Cox, Abigail O'Connor from Cole Brown behind her.
This is a huge pack right here. Not a ton of New Hampshire girls, but you got a couple in there. 2 Cole Brown, 1 pink. There's 4 for Cole Brown.
Yeah, and we saw
Winnicott, there's Winnicott.
North Andover with 3. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on them. Again, some of the Massachusetts teams to talk about. We didn't necessarily say it, but they had Needham. Marshfield is always gonna be a factor up here. North Andover, which we saw again, their top 3 are right up there in that lead pack, as well as Newton South. So it should look to be a pretty good race. A lot of ranked teams from Massachusetts coming. 3 of those were ranked. Again, New Hampshire only has that 1 rank today, but Pinkerton, something tells me they'll make it back on those rankings.
Seems like it early in the race here. They're running pretty strong right now.
Yeah, that lead group didn't have a whole lot of separation with the exception of Cross up front. So
Yeah.
we'll see if she's going to keep increasing that, kind of similar to what we saw last year from Caroline Fisher here,
Yeah, definitely.
or see if that group kind of catches up with her. But we'll go ahead and check it out at the 1 mile.
So we're here at the 1 mile mark, and the leader should be coming along here shortly.
Gator working its way up the hill. Who's it gonna be out front?
It looks like that's Pinkerton's Megan Cross out to an early lead here, coming through the 1 mile.
Yep.
Group of Cole Brown behind her, including Addison Cox.
And Abby.
Then we got a big group here from North Andover. Look really strong early on, but another runner from Cole Brown. That's already 3 for them. Marshfield, another Cole Brown runner in that mix.
All those girls under 6:30.
Yeah, they're coming through the mile pretty fast here. A couple of Marshfield here. Cole Brown's looking really tough here early on in the race with some of these other teams.
A lot of red.
Pinkerton had the leader, but we haven't seen another one up. There's Molly McGaffin from Pinkerton. A couple of more runners from North Andover who definitely look strong here early on in the race. But yeah, Cole Brown's definitely the team to beat here at the 1 mile mark. Seems like everybody else is fighting for second.
Only a mile in, so a lot of strong looking runners at this point still, working
Yeah.
right up this hill. Will be interesting to see how they look up this hill the second time around.
This course can be a little deceptive too. If you've ever run on it, it feels like it's real flat, but the footing, as you can see, is kind of sandy, a little bit soft. And so sometimes people go out really hard here because they go around the lap around the field and it feels pretty good, and then they get in here and the sandy trail just makes you feel real tired really quick.
These girls coming through just after 7:30 for the mile. Tail end of the
And
pack.
another big group here, yeah. And hopefully for them, they can move up a little bit as the race goes on. And
As they're coming out the woods right now, anticipating and exactly what we're looking for. And oh yeah, what we have up front is Cole Brown, 6:03 representing.
That's Abigail O'Connor and Megan Cross up front, the first 2 runners, and then Addison Cox of Cole
Addison
Brown,
Cox in third,
and then big pack
of North Andover girls sitting in 1, 2, 3.
running well as a team. It's Winnicott's first.
Here comes the first Rams, and they're sitting right there.
Third for Cole Brown. And Cole Brown's 4th, so
Cole Brown
they made a
coming
big move over
Cole Brown coming to play.
over that first woods loop.
Marshfield, Sophia Lavolo. Look, she's trying to work through it. There's Oberly, Needham running tough. The Marshfield crew sitting right there by Cole Brown girls.
That should be Cole Brown's 5th though right there, so these teams are going to have to make a move on them if they want to take the win away from them.
North Andover looks really, really good, but this is Cole Brown. Here's Marshfield coming. Newton South girls running really, really well. 6:03 isn't playing any games today. Cole Brown girls positioning their team. Look like they made a strong effort over the last course of the mile. Cole Brown looking really, really well.
Although we still got about a mile and a half to go, so a lot of room for movement if these Massachusetts teams push towards the end.
We have Newton South, Needham. What a race. What a race. This is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Battle of the Border race. New Hampshire, Massachusetts, teams fighting, and as you can see, well raced. Back to the course, Co-Brown positioning themselves real early. So is North Andover's top 3 pack.
Yeah, looks like it should be a good race.
It looks like we have a lead change, at least from last time we saw it. This is Abigail O'Connor from Co-Brown.
Followed very closely by Megan Cross.
So Co-Brown with 1, Pinkerton with 1 right there. We're about 30 meters in front of that 2-mile mark. O'Connor is passing it right about now. And here we go. We've got a trio of North Andover.
It'll be a tight battle if North Andover has a 4th and a 5th not too far back.
So Co-Brown second right here, Addison Cox. I believe this is going to be Marshfield's first. Co-Brown's third.
So we've got 3 for North Andover and 3 for Co-Brown right now.
I see Co-Brown number 4.
This looks like Campbell's number 1. Another girl from New Hampshire, running very strong.
Girls just spent a little bit of time out in the sun on the field, but it's a beautiful day for racing as we see Co-Brown again. So that makes 5 for them.
5 for Co-Brown. So, and here's North Andover's 4 and 5. So this is going to be close because North Andover's top 3 were ahead of Co-Brown's top 3, but their 4th and 5th are behind. So this will be close team-wise.
Yeah, this is looking like a pretty good race for North Andover. They're ranked 19th in Massachusetts, but they have 2 teams here that are ahead of them. Again, Massachusetts rankings is a little bit different where they do large school, small school, so I'm not sure which is which, but they might be looking to move up those rankings in Massachusetts. Co-Brown might be looking to try and capitalize today and do the same thing.
I think a lot's going to depend on that last mile, who wins this team-wise between Co-Brown and North Andover.
Oh, absolutely. Looked like they've done a bit of work on the course since last year. That's always nice to see.
Yeah, not nearly as soft to ground, so I think the times are faster.
Yeah, so we'll have to check out some of those times. We're going to throw it down to Corey in the woods.
We should have a pretty good idea of how things are going to look towards the end of this race.
Looks like
as they start coming up the hill. Things have certainly changed a little bit.
Abigail in the lead from Co-Brown. Wow, look at her go.
Looking strong. She's pulled away a little bit.
Pinkerton
Cox
behind her.
should be coming along here shortly. Megan Cross is definitely still eyeing her. As they go through this wooded section, it's pretty windy and it can be a little bit tricky to keep eyes on people.
Definitely looking a lot more tired this time around.
Yep.
You can see the...
All right, so North Andover looked pretty strong in that original pass-through, and we're already at that group of 3. It's still all together pretty good. Only split up by 1 win at Cunnet Runner. So early on in this race, you know, Co-Brown looked like they were going to be kind of unstoppable here, but
looks like Addie's maybe
it's
dropped
definitely
out.
split up a little bit. Yeah, Cox has not showed up at all, which may mean that she dropped out.
Yeah, she just got pulled.
But here comes Co-Brown's number 2,
Yep.
along with the Newton South runner, if you're wondering what that NS is.
Co-Brown's third.
Yep, here's Co-Brown's 3.
And 4. No,
that's a Campbell
not
runner.
For Co-Brown. Take
Another
it back.
Newton South runner, so they're also kind of in the mix here.
Yes. That was their third, I think?
I think that was either their second or third. Here's Pinkerton's number 2 coming along now.
Much more spread out at this point.
Oh yeah, you can tell that they felt that sandy course. Oh, but there's Co-Brown's 4. So things are looking.
Because I was wrong.
Oh, that's right. So there's Co-Brown's 3.
A big group of couple Marshfield, and we have one
there's
go
2
by.
more North Andovers. That may
that's
be
5.
it.
That's 5.
That may have given them the win today. We'll have to see what comes up in this last section.
Working up this gradual incline right here.
Yeah, it's
definitely deceiving.
deceptively exhausting,
Yeah.
this portion of the course. You've been going for a while. And again, these little windy turns, you just don't realize, especially with the soft footing, just how tiring it can be to really keep yourself moving.
Good.
But it's definitely, we've definitely seen a lot of spread here late in the race. I think this is actually towards the end of Needham's pack as well.
Yep.
I think that might have been their 4 and 5.
That's what I was, just about to say.
And I think this is Co-Brown's 5 now.
Yeah.
They're 4 or they're
4 or
5, and
5,
there's
and then
another
the next
Co-Brown
one's right
runner.
here.
So either way, they're wrapping up here. But yeah, it looks like North Andover came in today and gave the New Hampshire teams a run for their money and maybe took the win.
Yeah. We'll find out. There's still that little last bit.
I think the most surprising thing is I'll give this little rankings chart, and of the Mass teams, they were actually ranked as one of the lower ones, but it looked to me like they were the top of the 3. They're Massachusetts number 19. Needham's ranked above them. Marshfield's ranked above them, but they looked like the strong group today.
Yeah.
We'll have to see how things wrap up towards the finish line.
Yeah.
We have a couple hundred meters to go at this point, and it's Co-Brown's Abigail O'Connor out front. She put on a big lead over the last mile. She was in first the last time they came out of the woods, but she's extended her lead even more. There's Pinkerton's Megan Cross in second. And then that's the first of North Andover's trio that they had up towards the front earlier in the race. And there's 2 and 3 for North Andover. So that trio stayed pretty close together for most of this race. But New Hampshire with the top couple spots. They could go 1, 2, 3. With Winnicunnen's McKenna Whalen up front as well, fighting for that 3rd spot. That's Marshfield's first. That's Co-Brown's 2nd and 3rd right here. So looking for a low score for them. Although it's going to be close between them and North Andover, as they both have 3 runners through right now. North Andover with the pack right together, so that's going to help, but Co-Brown has the low numbers at this point. It's another Pinkerton as well as Co-Brown's number 4. So if Co-Brown can get their 4 and 5 in reasonably close to that pack of North Andover runners, and they could take this win. They looked a little bit stronger earlier in the race, but North Andover definitely put a move on the back of Co-Brown's pack. So it should be pretty close.
Charlotte's right up there.
It's like 2 miles to go, right?
Yeah.
Well, the mid-pack seems to be made up mostly of Massachusetts teams.
No, there's
So we'll have to see how the overall score turns out. Obviously, this being the battle of the border between Massachusetts and New Hampshire. Have to see who comes out on top. So we'll throw it over to the finish line and see how things shake out over the last couple hundred meters.
Yeah, there's our lead cart, so we expect to see our leader.
And from what it looked like going into the woods was that Co-Brown was running really well up front, and we had a North Andover team, and nothing has changed.
Yeah, here she
Here we
is,
get- here-
Abigail O'Connor of Co-Brown.
Clap it up for Abigail O'Connor, Co-Brown, with an 1840, what we thought.
Yeah, and she picked up quite the lead over second, coming onto the straightaway now. That's Megan Cross of Pinkerton. Third looks like a North Andover girl.
Okay.
Winnicott has come on really strong that last mile.
North Andover sitting in third individually. What a race.
Around the bend, let's go. Around the bend. Around the bend.
What a race. These young ladies ran really, really well. But here has a drama starts to unfold. Where's everyone second
Yeah.
and third and fourth?
Well, here's second and third for North Andover.
North Andover running really, really well, representing.
They're fourth and fifth. We're a little bit farther back at the 2 mile. We'll see if they made up some ground, help their team out.
Looking at the Massachusetts versus New Hampshire race, I think it's pretty easy Massachusetts. We just don't have enough New Hampshire kids up in front.
North and south.
Of course, this is Battle of the Border, like you said, so we do have to consider that.
Marshfield's first one through.
Here's Co-Brown with their
Here's number 2, Co-Brown.
second and third and fourth. Or no, that's Campbell. That's 3 for Co-Brown.
New and South House has 3 in. Wait, hold on. Here comes the Rams.
Keep coming, Red. Around the bend.
Sophia Lavolo, Pinkerton to win. Sophia in. Needham Oberle's in, Pickerton Academy. 2 girls are in the shoot. But is this Cole Brown's 5th?
This would be number 4 for Cole Brown, I
This
believe.
is number 4 for Cole Brown. Well, everyone's looking for North Andover's 4th and 5th.
Well, I see North Andover 4 and 5 right now, so I think they should have it.
Here it is. And yes, North Andover comes to represent Massachusetts. Here's Marshfield. Here's Needham. Cole Brown. We're looking for their 5th or 4th right now.
I don't know, Coach H. I think you might have brought Massachusetts some luck today.
Marshfield girls representing. I feel good about that, guys. 603 runs very, very well. Once again, shout out to the young lady from Cole Brown with an amazing race. This is Campbell's
Second.
Second, I think. Yep.
Needham put their 4 and 5 in. Pickerton's 4th and 5 is already in. So as Milford and North. Needham girls running really, really well. What a race, ladies and gentlemen. Battle of the Border. This is what it's all about. Teams from the Granite State competing against teams in the Commonwealth. A lot of great history here in New Hampshire from the Cole Brown teams, the Pinkerton teams. Concord is not on as high as they were in the last few years, but there's a lot of talent here in the New England region. Proud to share. Is this Cole Brown's? This is Campbell's 4th, Cole Brown's 5th.
That's going to be their 6th or 7th for Cole Brown.
6th or 7th.
Yeah.
So we want to say it's between Cole Brown and North Andover.
Yeah, I think North Andover had it.
Give it to North Andover.
That last mile, that 4th and 5th runner, they picked it up a bit, and Cole Brown couldn't match those moves. So I think North Andover has it today.
The North Andover girls representing Massachusetts. We are proud of their efforts. We want to thank everyone else. But guys, this is just warming up. A beautiful day out. Coaches, what do you think about the performance of the New Hampshire girls team? We all know that New Hampshire did not provide their best talent per se. We only have probably 2 of the top 10 ranked New Hampshire girls teams, but nevertheless, 603 came to compete.
Same thing
Here today. Yep.
There's some good times here. Absolutely, some great times.
Yeah, I think this meet's going to keep growing over the years, especially as we keep talking about that Massachusetts, New Hampshire
Amanda
rivalry
McKinnon
going
just
on.
in. The Rams just in. Camel girl in. Proud of all the competitors today. Takes a lot. Our sport requires a lot of discipline. Requires a lot of hard work. All the credit goes to our coaches and most of parents, to the parents out there who support their student athletes in their endeavors. But yes, an amazing day. I'm very proud to see what Cole Brown did. Even more proud to see North Andover came to represent.
Yeah, pretty good day for the girls' side of things. I think we're going to go ahead and get ready for the boys now. So once again, this has been your 2019 Battle of the Border Girls Varsity Race. Meet Hub brought to you by Tim's Truck Capital.